everyone. You are welcome to the Exceptional Professional. This space, I meet up with professionals, the exceptional professionals, and we get to interact on topics related to their fields to get professional perspectives on the topic of diversity and inclusion. Today, I have the legendary Emmanuel Osita in the building. Make some noise. You're welcome.
Thank you.
How would you introduce yourself? We want to meet you. What do you do? Why do you do what you do?
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here at the Exceptional Professional Webinar. I must confess, it's actually a privilege. So thank you, Dudu and me, for hosting me. I don't take it for granted. My name is Emmanuel Osita. I'm a data analyst, an AI or machine learning practitioner. I'm an advocate for persons with disability, and also I'm a founder of Deafzion Foundation. A foundation that advocates for the right of persons with disability. The whole stuff on how I started this advocacy thing, I think it started back then after my secondary school. It started when I decided to volunteer to facilitate communication for a deaf person in my place of worship using paper and biro. So in a church service like this, once everything is going on, what I do is I write for the deaf person in my church. So I think it was consistent. Then later on, someone got to introduce us to a school, special school, told us, okay, we'll go enroll in a sign language class where I, together with the deaf person, could learn sign language. So in a school. So I think I was doing that, coupling that together with my work, because I was privileged to work in a primary school employed to work in a primary school after my secondary school. And together with that, I was also enrolled in a computer diploma program. So it was like juggling 3 responsibilities at a time. So that was how the whole thing started. We started learning sign language for the purpose of helping to facilitate communication for the deaf person, especially my place of worship. So I think within those period of time, I started seeing the challenges that persons with disability face, like a world where these persons are just left to just die. Like, you guys are just nothing. You guys are just, despite the fact that it was actually a good school system, but lack of human resources like special teachers, sign language interpreters, lack of learning materials. And if you go to regular schools, you could see a lot of advancement and all that. But coming to a special school, it was like something else. So I think that engineered in me to start Deafzion Foundation, where we advocate for the right and inclusion of persons with disability. We also train, we inspire, and also empower persons with disability, precisely the deaf community. So it's actually been a journey. I must say it hasn't been easy, but it has almost getting to 10 years now that the advocacy stuff have been. Almost getting to 10 years. I think after my secondary school, that was when the whole stuff started. And it has been a journey, and I must say, it hasn't been easy. There are lots to be done, actually. Started getting interested in technology, and especially in artificial intelligence. And I feel that technology in itself is to be a great tool that will not just be used by persons with disability, but also can empower them. And persons with disability can also be innovators and creators too. So that's what I can say.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome and awesome. So it's almost been 10 years. And what has been motivating you to keep going has been the challenges that you notice persons with disabilities face.
Actually,
and what's your location? Where do you do all of these things that you do?
I would say I'm a mobile person. The whole thing started after my whole secondary school. I think it was in Plateau State. In Plateau State, not precisely. So that was when the whole advocacy stuff started. It was like a transition from another advocacy to a level of advocacy, because when I got admission into the university to study special education, I also saw another challenge. Yeah, in the higher institution,
the challenges you saw in the university goes beyond what you've seen in the primary school level.
Yeah, what I've actually a continuation. So that was when I think the thing continued, and it was like from state to state movements. Like when you move from here due to one responsibility or the other, you begin to see a lot. So the whole advocacy stuff hasn't only been on one location for me alone. I think it has been something I do in every place I find myself.
So let's call you the mobile advocate. That's quite.
So you might say.
Yeah. So what does inclusive technology mean to you? Inclusive technology. We hear the word inclusion, and a different term entirely is technology, and they look like different fields. So what does inclusive technology mean, and how can it be applied in various fields?
Just like the word inclusive education, like an education that caters for persons with both disability and the regular setting, where you bring them together. Designing tools, designing softwares, designing websites, and also considering persons with disability. Yeah, so it is a notion, is an idea whereby if the software engineer is trying to innovate something, trying to bring out an idea, or trying to incorporate to the wider audience, the inclusive technology has to do with, okay, incorporating the fact that we also have persons with disability in mind. It has to do with creating a technology that doesn't seclude. The truth is that technology can either include you or seclude you. A technology that puts persons with disability in mind. An instance is the caption we normally see on the YouTube. You understand? So I think it was actually a recent development by YouTube and also others. They felt, okay, how about persons with disability, those who don't hear? By reading the captions, they could understand what's happening. We also have the screen reader, a device that reads content for persons with blindness. Yeah, persons who have visual impairment. It is actually an inclusive technology. We also have AI sign language interpreter, where even in the absence of a physical sign language interpreter, it's there to facilitate a translation for the deaf person. That's what it is when it has to do with the inclusive technology. Putting persons with disability in mind, why designing apps, why designing softwares, why designing sites and all that, ensuring that everybody is included in this technology, in this thing that I'm building.
Fantastic response. Okay. Thank you for that. So now let's talk about Deafzion. Okay. What are some projects that Deafzion has done or will soon do that is facilitating inclusive technology and empowering deaf persons?
One of the projects that we've been able to start, I think we started recently this year, One Life Outreach Project. It's a project that train, inspires, and also empower persons with disability, precisely the deaf community. Started the project this very year. I think our first point of execution was in Plateau State, Plateau School for the Deaf. The activities we majorly did during the whole project something was training persons with disability to understand their purpose. You understand? Having personal interaction with them, because we realized that these persons the deaf persons, like persons with disability, are very intelligent. They're very creative, but we realized that they have what we call low self-esteem, a low belief in themselves. You could see brilliant people doing a lot, but the society have caged their ability. You understand? They have caged them in such that they fear to explore what's the potential inside of them. So I think we had personal conversations where we also did career mentorship. Yeah, and I think we're privileged to make some learning donations, learning materials donations. You understand? And I think the project was a success. I think we impacted almost 75 students with disability and 5 educators. Yeah, so we actually intend extending that to other states. I think we are making plans for one presently at Nasarawa State, a project that has to do with the inclusive technology. There is a project we are presently making plans for. By the grace of God, I'm just speaking by faith. Yeah, the plan is there. You know, in our country today, you need finance. You understand?
Yeah,
you need a lot of support. You understand?
Have you been able to get any grants?
So, not really, not really. I've not been able to. But if I have an opportunity where someone could give a direction, a referral to where I could get such, because I've been making research on, I'll be really grateful. I'll be really, because lots of persons with disability are left behind, and a lot of work to do. So one of the projects we are making plans for is a project we call Inclusive Empowerment for Persons with Disability. It's a project that will have to do with training persons with disability, especially in tech skills. We realize that if you want your empowerment to be very effective, especially with the rise of technology, with the civilization we are presently in, our empowerment doesn't only have to go along with just words of mouth. I think with the trend now, you also have to empower these persons with digital skills. You understand? So our project will be get towards equipping these students, equipping these children to at least gain one or two digital skill that could help them, especially when they're out of school, when they're done with their school. It's something that we are still making plans for, and by God's grace, if we're able to get the grant, the support, and the needed thing, we implement it.
God will make it happen. God will make it happen. I'm rooting for you, and I'm so glad that you're doing all that you do.
Amen. Thank you.
There are many AI experts out there. There are many advocates for persons with disabilities, and there are many machine learning experts. What would you say makes you different from the rest? What makes you exceptional?
Thank you for that. What makes me exceptional, especially when it comes to what I do, the advocacy stuff, is that one, I'm integrating what we'll call advocacy and technology. So in my field of working as a data analyst, AI and machine learning, integrating it into helping persons with disabilities. So it's not just all about having the skill, the experience, because I have the skills, I have the experience, some certain level of expertise. There are quite a number of persons who are data analysts, AI professionals, and on the other side, there are those who are disability advocates. But mine is a combination. So I think what makes me more exceptional is that I'm integrating these two, the advocacy and technology. Apart from that, what makes me more exceptional, I'm a resilient person. When I start something like a project, I ensure that I execute it. I'm a dogged person, let me put it that way. I'm a visionary person. I'm a focused person. I rarely give up. Those are few things I feel that makes me special, especially in the field of advocacy and also technology.
It's amazing. I'm really glad that your kind of person decides to go on this path, and be sure you're inspiring the future and you're empowering persons with disabilities to improve their self-esteem and also make them better persons. Trust me, help will come. Just keep doing what you're doing. So before we go, last one for the road. How do you think our viewers can get involved and support disability advocacy and inclusive technology efforts, say in their own spaces?
Let me first talk to those especially who are in the tech field, the developers who might have the opportunity to also listen to these webinars, organizations, and if you're a company, if you're a business person, if you're a web developer, if you're a designer, if you are architect and all that, please, it's very important that you put what we call accessibility and inclusivity in whatever you're doing. So if you're a web developer and you're designing a website, designing an app, designing a lot, please ensure that persons with disability are put in mind. They are not there. You don't put them as an afterthought. You incorporate them. And how do you do that? If you're trying to design something for the general public and you are secluding, not putting in consideration that, okay, in this thing, persons with disability could be put in like they could use it. You're fighting against inclusivity. You understand? So if you're a developer, if you're a company who is into tech, this is what I would tell you. Please, if there is a way you can call one of these experts who are inclusivity advocates, who are accessibility advocates, who could work along with you in running your projects to ensure that your projects cover a land mass of people. For the others, awareness is a necessity, and I must say this webinar is to focus towards doing that, and I must appreciate the host for doing so. It is a form of awareness because I believe that with this little info we've shared, there's need for inclusivity. So you need to understand that there is an existence of persons with disability that needs to use technology. So when it comes to collaboration, as a viewer, please ensure you make support. When it comes to the need to render assistance, the need to run projects, ensure that you also participate, because this is a movement, and it's a movement not just for one person. It's a movement that is geared towards ensuring that persons with disability have a sustainable society. Persons with disability are incorporated in the tech field. You know that inclusivity, accessibility is not just one person thing. It's something that is for you. It is something that is for all, and it's something that we could leverage on, especially using the tech, to make the world, the society, a better place, especially for persons with disability.
Round of applause, please. Thank you so much, Emmanuel Osita, for your time. I'm very sure the information you've been able to share here today is definitely going to change lives. Thank you so much. Long live Deafzion. Long live DEH, and God bless the exceptional professionals. Stay exceptional.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you.